Hey everybody, I wanted to take a second and talk to you about some cool wood carving tools I've got and my review of them and what I think of them. These are Flexcut mallet tools. Now what happened was I was looking at wood carving. I got a mixture of different wood carving tools. I got some Swiss file tools, some Marples Irwin, because the two companies merged over the course of time. I've got some Crown tools. I like British tools a lot. But I needed something with a really wide sweep on it. And I came across this set. And there was one tool in there that caught my attention, and that was this one. So after some consideration, I bought the set. I bought it on eBay. Get a little discount on eBay. Probably got it $20, $30. I think I got it like $30 less by buying it new on eBay. Flexcut is one of a very few American wood carving tool companies. And my opinion is they make really high quality tools. I like their stuff. The only real problem I have with it is that they tend to cater to, they're an American company, they tend to cater to American wood carvers. And I'm not a big fan of American wood carving. I'm more of a fan of European wood carving. Big fan of Grinling Gibbons. I follow Mary May, she's European, a fan of European wood carving. Alex Grabovetsky, great guy. I've kind of got to be a friend of his over the internet. I've never met him in person. But I'm definitely, at any rate, what I'm driving at is I'm a bigger fan of European wood carving than American wood carving. And Flexcut has a tendency to cater to American carvers. So they have a lot of whittling tools. And American carvers like to carve like a classic Americana, which is great. They carve little figurines, bobblehead type things like that just don't interest me. But I'm not knocking it, because there's some guys out there that carve that kind of stuff and they're fan. One guy in particular whose name slips my mind. If I can think of it, I'll post a link. But he carves American figurines, and the guy is so good. He's phenomenal. I'm just not interested in that kind of carving. I'm more interested in European carving. So I look for the kind of tools that cater to that kind of carving. And I stumbled upon these, and yeah, like I said, this is the one that really caught my attention because I needed something with a wide sweep. Now I got the whole set for like $100 or something. Now if I buy one tool, one Swiss file tool that's got a sweep on it like that, the one tool will cost me $120 for the one tool. I get a whole set of them here for $120. I really like these, but they're not for everybody. I know one wood carver who doesn't like them. You see, because they're uncomfortable in the hand. And I tend to agree with that some, because that's the first thing I ran into. Now, this is called the beginner set. I don't really know why it's a beginner set, but these ones are not uncomfortable in the hand at all. All the way up to this one. I had no trouble holding these in the hand at all. At all. So green light on these ones all the way. It appears to be great steel. They hold an edge fantastic. I haven't had any problems with it. I really like these. I'm glad I bought them. And they don't have a huge selection of mallet tools and Flexcut stuff. They like whittling tools and palm gouges. I'm not into palm gouges. Don't have a problem with palm gouges. I just don't care for them. And Flexcut makes a lot of palm gouges, so they make a lot of things that I just don't use. But this is an exception here, is the mallet tools. And so like, again, these ones are great. Send bandages. How awesome is that? They hold an edge great. They take a mallet great. I don't use a mallet, actually. I use my hand, and I got a leather pad that straps around the ball of my hand, and I strike the tools with that. Just my way of it. Okay, so yeah, now we get up into these larger tools, and this is where we run into a little bit of an issue for me and some carvers. If you hold the mallet here, they're quite comfortable in the hand, no problem, but you use two hands, and I can't really demonstrate that now. I'll see if I can set the phone up here and show that. Some carvers like to carve with two hands like this. I do, and push, and then this hand gets into these edges. It gets sharp gouging sensation on the fingers, and it's uncomfortable. This one, this particular tool, that V-bit, no real problem there. I didn't find it too terribly uncomfortable. This one, a little bit of discomfort. That metal kind of goes into the hand. And on these two, you definitely start running into it. Definitely on this one, if you hold the tool with two hands. These definitely gouge into the hand. You know, let's see if I can do this again. How to do like this. Kind of digs into the hand, and it's uncomfortable. So I found a way around that. I found two ways around that, actually. One was I bought this leather glove, and I simply keep it in a box. And I slip that on, and that protects my hand from that kind of sharp edge. And you can see how it's dirty right there. That's because I've used it for that purpose. So, problem solved. But as time went on, I found a better way, actually. Very seldom do I actually use the leather glove. Like I said, for these ones, don't need it at all. And mostly it's just these two that I find a problem with. A little bit here and here, definitely here and here, a little discomfort in the hand. A leather glove will definitely do it. But I found a better way, and I'll show you what that is. If you buy these tools and you hold them in your hand like this, you'll notice that the edges here and here gouge into the hand. The way to solve that, I found, was simply to turn the tool here and press on the back with the fingers here. The pad here, I don't know if that's a ball of the hand, what do they call that? The pad here, that pad portion of your hand goes into the groove. And then you hold it with your fingers like that. That solved the problem. That's all I had to do. I didn't even need the leather glove. Hold it like this, discomfort. Hold it like that, problem solved. All I had to do was turn it in my hand. And that's all it took. Very seldom do I actually use or need the leather glove. But I keep it on hand. So I would say I find myself turning more to American wood carving tool companies. Because I'm American, hey, I'm somewhat patriotic. Although my feelings about patriotism have been shaken in the last several years. Anyway, that's another subject. But yeah, I find myself looking for American wood carving tools. Flexcut, Dockyard is an American wood carving tool. Maybe I'll do a review for them later. And then there's another one, Ramelston, I think, Ramelston. They do the American. They've been around since like 1927. But for someone who's interested in European-styled wood carving, you're going to need gouges, mallet gouges like this. And these ones I found, again, I really like Flexcut stuff. And again, the secret was just to turn the tool in my hand. It was just a simple matter of getting to know the tool. The handles are good. I wish they would have sanded them down a bit. There's a few spots where they're kind of rough. Could have used a little sanding. If I made these tools and I worked for the company, I would have sanded them down because it's not hard to do. But that's insignificant, really. It's really, Flexcut really makes good stuff. The one thing that I do not like about Flexcut tools, and I have complained to the company about this, is that the varnish gets gooey and gummy over the course of time. Now, these tools are relatively new to me, so that hasn't happened yet, but I have a palm gouge of theirs that's older, and the varnish is gooey and gummy. Now, I have some British carving tools, crown tools made from Sheffield, England, made from good Sheffield steel, and the varnish on those, and they're older than these, and the varnish on those handles never tarnishes. It's fantastic. Those tools are probably my favorite. But Flexcut, yeah, the price, the steel holds an edge great. The discomfort on a couple of these tools, only on a couple of them, is easier to work around. You just turn it in your hand, or if you have a long-term problem with it, get a leather glove. It's really easy to deal with. Like I said, the glove is just insignificant. I don't really use it anymore. I did in the beginning, but I don't need it anymore since I figured out how to hold the tool right. I like them. I like Flexcut stuff. Generally speaking, they tend to make the kind of tools that I don't really use and that I'm not real interested in using, but that's my own personal preference. That has nothing to do with the company. The company makes great stuff. But yeah, so this is the starter set and the mallet sculptor set. I would recommend them. I would have to say that I like them. I recommend them. I use them. I'd recommend buying them. Just bear in mind that on the larger sweep tools, you know, you could have a little discomfort in the hand if you hold the tool that way. So you might want to get a leather glove, or as I said, again, I can't overemphasize it, just turn it in your hand. That's all it took for me, and you know, all discomfort was pretty well gone at that point. So don't let that slight discomfort in the hand dissuade you. I really like them. I wish they would find a different formula for their varnish on the handles, but other than that, I generally like their stuff. And in the case of the mallet tools, I give them a thumbs up. Have a good day.